Hydri, on that point, Majid Hydri, it's very convenient when when Mr. Farooq Abdullah says that I was not in power. But as we all know, in fact, the run-up to what happened in 1990, Mr. Ashok Pandit has very clearly described over here. But today we also spoke to an individual who's a former bureaucrat, Renzu Sahib, who comes out to say that the speech of Chief Minister Farooq Abdullah on 15th August 1989 scared the people of Jammu and Kashmir. Terrorists were brought to Kashmir through a political corridor. Gawa Kadal massacre was to instigate majority community against minority. It appears Pandits were forced to leave the valley so that cadre of a political party can purchase Pandit properties. Farooq Abdullah had Vazwan with JKLF founder Maqbool Bhatt. These are all a series of charges that just go to show what the role of this individual who is now claiming and asking for a judicial inquiry was at that point of time.
Madhav, this is a really very important question. But before replying to this, I would like to clarify that I have no hatred against Ashok ji or Tikku Saiba, because I consider them as part of our extended family, divided family. I have no grudges against them. Now, coming to this question about Farooq Renzu Sahib, I have very high regards for him. He has been a very prominent bureaucrat. But why prominent? Because during the regimes of Abdullahs and the Muftis, this guy used to get the plum postings. That time he was seen as their almost quote unquote yes minister. Now, because these two are being hated by BJP, so he has changed the goalpost and he is on to a different job now. So let's not take him seriously. But yes, I have high regards for him. But so I told you that he has been good to these parties, so let's forget his.
So the speech of Farooq Abdullah on 15th August 1989, sir, that was not aimed to scare people of Jammu and Kashmir. And he had no Vazwan with the JKLF founder, Mr. Maqbool Bhatt. Properties of Kashmiri Pandits who were forced to leave the valley were not to benefit any particular political parties. There's a series of allegations here. Are you saying all of them are wrong?
Abdullahs are the most secular family who have always stood for the country.
But all these allegations are wrong.
Muhammad Abdullah that Kashmir became part of India.
But sir, when the communal pot is stirred and it starts boiling and it goes completely out of control, who's responsible for it?
Farooq does say Bharat Mata ki jai. It is the family whose members are wedded in other religions.
No, that's the whole problem, sir. It's the convenient switching of sides. When it's convenient, say Bharat Mata ki jai. When it's convenient, talk the language of Pakistan. That's the unfortunate part. And that's exactly what we're talking about. When in power, it's very easy to say Bharat Mata ki jai. The minute you're out of power or you want to whip up passions, then you talk the language of Pakistan. And that's exactly what the Abdullahs have done time and again. Spoken in folk tongue.
The only problem with Dr. Farooq Abdullah is that he is Dr. Farooq Abdullah. He is not Dr. Farooq Arora. Or
No. Sorry.
It would have been a different case.
Sorry.
The problem lies with his name.
Majid Hydri, it is his actions.
He's a brilliant actor.
Madhav.
Yes, of course. He's a brilliant actor as well.
Madhav.
Very good singer, very good dancer.
Okay, multiple hands going up. Multiple hands going up. Shehzad Poonawala. I'm going to allow Shehzad to come in and then I come across to the rest of you.
Madhav, as borrowing from the film itself, Dr. Abdullah, as he's called, is a nationalist in Delhi, is a communist in Jammu, and is a communalist in Kashmir. We all know the kind of hats he can wear and has been wearing. First of all, Sheikh Abdullah had named his party the Muslim Conference before it got renamed and rechristened as National Conference. So please don't come and lecture us about secularism. And by the way, the genocide of the Kashmiri Hindus, which was targeted genocide and killing of people of the Hindu community, with slogans being chanted out of the mosque, with the ambition to create a Nizam-e-Mustafa, with the ambition that convert, leave or die, and if you leave, please leave your women behind. This is not at all communal. This is not at all Islamic jihadi narsangar. But yes, the movie made on this is communal. The movie made on this is extremely Islamophobic. This is the kind of double standards and two faces that people like Majid Hydri wear. I have only two questions from Majid Hydri, and please ask specifically for him to answer it. A, Majid Hydri, you are the one who shouts on Madhav's show that this is Hindu terror, what has happened in Malegaon, what has happened here, there, which none of it has been proven. Why can't you accept that what happened to Ashok Pandit is Islamic jihad? Secondly, will you consider Burhan Wani a terrorist? Because I want to see what your mindset is. Has it changed? Is Burhan Wani a terrorist and it was right for the Indian army to kill him, or was it wrong of the Indian army to kill him? Please answer these two questions specifically before you come here and show that you care a lot for the likes of Ashok Pandit and Aarti Singh Tikku.
Okay, Majid Hydri, quick response to that.
I really respect your repeated questions all the time on all the shows, these two questions, but let me tell you that the then BJP leader
you haven't been able to answer them, therefore I have to
you haven't answered any of the questions, that's the point.
I'll stand by the word of BJP leader Dr. Nirmal Singh, who said that if we knew that Burhan Wani was there in the hideout, we would not have killed him. That is your reply to your first question. The second question was it Islamist jihad or anything Islamist against
Yes.
Kashmiri Pandits? No. The fact lies in the reality that Sikhs who live in Kashmir, the Christians who live in Kashmir, the Buddhists who live in Kashmir, continue to live in Kashmir. And every year, some 5 lakh people from the rest of the country who are non-Muslims come to Kashmir to earn their livelihood. And nobody harms them. So if they are safe,
What about the shootouts of the Pani Puri seller and others, sir? What were those targeted killings of people on the street?
Those
Aam
happened
Aadmi
after
was
the
shot on the
application of
street.
Article
Fear is
370.
sought to
That
be
has
put in the
something
heart
to
of
do with the
anybody who's
BJP
come from
government.
outside.
Again blame the BJP
What about the
government.
attack
You are
on
coming to
Kashmiri
my
Pandits
point
and the
now.
chemist?
Today-
What are you talking, sir?
That is the point. When did it happen? It happened during the Chokidari of BJP government.
Oh,
So
okay.
ask the BJP government about this.
No, I
Why all
want
this is
Ashok
happening?
Pandit to come in on this.
Again,
Ashok Pandit, the argument